into more crafting. So, yeah, we are here in the forest nation of Gridania. I apologize again. I live on a highway. I can't do much about the random traffic or the thunderstorm that is going through at the moment. So, if we get interrupted, we get interrupted. Lights are on, lights are... I'm going to switch lights. Hold on just a second. Not liking how I'm looking. No. Need both. Gotta have both. Alright, that's a little better. A little. Just a little. Yeah. Let's knock out some more. I mean, switch to leather worker. It's wanting me to do a thing. Do I have everything? I need some better. I guess before I do that, I should probably, before I get any further in leather worker, didn't I make some of these iron lance? Recruits all I didn't make, and the bronze head knife I didn't make. Okay. Let's do a quick repair on our gear. And yeah, let's just get to it. Once I start to struggle, I will yeah, once we start to struggle hitting our high Q targets, then I'll go and get some better gear. But for now, what we've got is good enough. First thing up, some leather jack boots. Now the other thing we want to do today, actually, let me pull up a helpful Chrome window here in the background and just double check what is my minimum for dysynthesis, and that's level 30. Okay, so we've got some time left. We're only level 24, so it'll be just a minute before we get there. We got the leather jack boots. Now we need leather sandals, which again we can do fairly easy. Not a big deal. Next on the list is leather targe, for which I need bronze rivets. For bronze rivets, we go to armor, because armor is lower level than blacksmith, and for stuff like this, it's better to raise the level. At least I think it is. You can disagree, and I hope you do, and I hope you put it in the comments down on the YouTube video. What am I doing wrong? What should I be doing better? Drive those engagement numbers. Okay, got the rivets. Back to the leather working. Targe is a nice field that can't use because I'm under good. 2, 1, 1. Oh yeah, that's the leather worker. So 24, 48. And then 155 can be 77. And now arm guards need more bronze. We're going to need some more bronze before too long. So I'm doing okay on crystals, so not too worried there. But I hope this actually fairly pleasant Thursday here in the Heartland, I hope it is treating you well. It was a long day at the office. Not because of any particular hardships, just because the day was very long. Okay. Oh, looks like we need something different. We need an iron ingot this time. And some hempen cloth. Do I have the stuff to make hempen cloth? Just barely. And iron ingot. I have none. So, time to take a trip. Our first road trip of the evening will be back to Gridania. We'll save a little bit of cash. Save some cash at the expensive semis going past and the time it takes to run across to the Carline Canopy. And we need to be a miner for iron ore. And you can find iron ore outside of Horizon. A nice first drink of choice is an Izzy sparkling clementine juice. A nice little sparkling beverage. About, I'd say right at half the calories of a soda. No, it's. I want to say Dr. Pepper has 120 calories per 12 ounce. This is 90 per 8, so it's equivalent calorie-wise. So, not gaining anything there. But it tastes good. Now, I could be wrong. It could be half the calories of Dr. Pepper if the 12 ounce of Dr. Pepper is 40 calories. Which also sticks to my mind. But I think that's the count on a... oh, hello. Troubled Adventurer. I actually do want to talk to you. She's gone missing at Eastern Thailand. So that is how you unlock, I believe, equipment and ventures for your retainers, and that's in Drybone. That's a ways away. So the next time I'm in Drybone, I will go look for them. And my mining equipment is also a little low tier, but I don't think I'll be needing to upgrade it anytime soon. just because of what I'm gathering at the moment. Yeah, I think iron is... Well, what is the next set? That requires iron. Heck, look at the dirt. Yeah, I can't even forge the next set of ingots yet. So, we're fine. It's fine. That's a big old turtle. And by turtle, I mean frog. By frog, I mean toad. Wow, Deej, come on. You are on fire tonight, aren't you? Is there not one on the south side? Guess not. And I will need quite a few of these, I'm afraid, so... We'll go for 3 rounds here. Does this work? I'm curious. No. I had never tried that. So, we now know that your weapon coffers cannot be off. Even the low level ones cannot be opened by crafting class. Let's move my stuff around here. Why am I keeping the marjoram? Well, you need that for the botanist class. Okay, there we go. That's less disorganized, at least. I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't like having little gaps in there. Big gaps are fine, but little gaps bother me. That is 23 after 1 loop. No, I'm pretty sure. And again, I can't check. I could check at the moment, but I'm not going to. It'll pop up eventually. But I believe the next one is steel. Next ingot is steel that I can make. And steel ingots are bomb powder. And bomb powder is in southern Thanaland. You can also get it from certain bomb enemies, but 43 is one too many. And that is a cat. Hello, cat. You can't see. You can almost see the cat, can you? Ah! Son of a gun. Why are you... Okay, let's see. That's what I get for not moving the cat. I misclick and attack a bomb with a pickaxe. Yeah. That's kind of how my day went today, to be completely honest. Minding my own business, and all of a sudden I accidentally punch a bomb with a pickaxe. That's 49. Is one too many. Yes, I'm just going to go around until this ends on a multiple of 3, which 57 is a multiple of 3. Hooray! But since I will be needing iron ore for steel, that means I'm not going to process all of it right now. Instead, we'll just use it as we go. Looks like the next thing I'm going to need are animal hides, and I'm not sure if I can get any around here. Beast sinew. I believe I can get from the Tuka. As I'm running, I will check that. No, you cannot. You can only get the beast sinew from... So, back to Bent Branch Meadow for some more antelope stuff, because those antelopes are the only ones that'll a chocobo keep. Can I get to Busker's druthers from here? No, I can't. Off we go. So yeah, we can only get them from the from beastskin antelopes. Which you can only get down here in southern. It's the southern shroud. But that also makes me curious. Dodo. Dodo. Antelope stew is something I should keep in mind. It's a gathering food. Speaking of gathering foods, I should gather this battered fish into my mouth. More shank. More shank. More shank. But no beef sinew. Actually, there are more down here. That's the thing about farming, I suppose. More antelope shank. This one may be a little tougher. Not that I can do anything different, it's just got a bunch more HP. More antelope shanks, please. Don't need this much stew. Hey, finally. Now, do you with me? I thought these bark ants gave me animals. I could be wrong. If I don't get a drop here, No, they do give me animal. They give me animal skin for whatever reason. The regular. That's 2 sinew. That should be enough sinew for now. Okay. I just had to farm something, hit something else for a change, and then all the sinew drops. Okay. That sounds just about right. Anyway, back to leather working. And some hard leather eye mitts. Or a hard leather eye patch. High mitts are next, and means we have to go find some more leather. Because I'm also out of animal hides. And looks like here in the southern shroud there is greedy hogs. That'll give me things, but I think those are actual. I think so. Soft skin paste in Western Thanaland. Axe beaks in Eastern Thanaland. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna sorry, I apologize. I'm trying to read this and failing. East Shroud. Where am I? I'm in the South Shroud. That's the East Shroud. We're gonna get in the East Shroud. Yeah, that'll work. So back to the Hoffman Hut. And we want to go past these and over. Hello, cat. These garden. I killed all these birds and all I got were two pellets. Wait, the hogs over here also drop hide. Pretty sure these wild boar also have a chance. Oh wait, no, they drop 4 hide, which, I mean, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense. If you really want to get technical, I suppose that makes sense. Opal, do lemurs? Lemurs do, wait, do they? Hardest part of crafting, which is, of course, focusing long enough to get materials. So we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it looks like 14. Yeah, looks like 14 animal hides in order to, you know what? I think I know of a better spot to farm these. Because, yeah. They also drop from Anole, or Anoles, or, yeah. Those little raptors outside of, is it this one? It's the next one. Yeah, so you can get them from the Anole over here. Nope, not this one. The next one. 3, 2, 1. I think the plan for tonight is to go up to the 7 o'clock hour with crafting, then work on the main story quest long enough to get to our mount, which will just make moving around the world a little easier. No, I'm not taking message. I'm just, my ear itches. So take a letter, Maria. Address it to my wife. Say I won't be coming home. Wanna start a new life. And now I'm curious where the heck I remember that song from. Where we at? We'll finish these guys off. Okay. Now that unpleasantness is taken care of, we'll come over here, pop a squat in the corner, and run through the leather. Now this, yeah, the animal hide, I was right. I was going to say, I don't feel bad just mass synthesizing these, because unlike the iron, there's nothing else you use the hides. The only recipe for the hides is the hard leather. Unlike animal skin, which you can use to make, I want to say, animal glue with 2 bone chips. So it looks like we're going to be about 25 out of 4 out of 29 for high quality. Or 1 out of 5. 5 out of 29 is 1 out of 6. So we'll end that next. Hard leather light mitts. We got to go all the way on this one for the quality. So make sure we hit every good we can. Okay. Hard leather subligar takes hempen yarn and hempen cloth. I don't have any hempen yarn. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any moko grass either. I do not. So I guess the next stop is, well, back to Horizon. Pick up our botanist. Out of curiosity, just making sure hard leather sandals are not. Okay. I was gonna say I may be coming up against one of the take these down here. I can still hear. Just say I might be against. Just a little humid in here with the storm that just rolled through. That's better. Let's see. And just like the iron, I'll take two. I'll go 1 round. If we go 1 round, then we can go to, what is it? 4. It's 2, so we'll go to an even. We'll go 1 round and then end on even number. Hello. Yes, I should have known it was going to get the musical sting when I walked through the blue patch on the map. Don't care, ignoring it. Ignoring you. I'm ignoring you. Once again, I'm reminded of how quiet these zones are at night. Okay, we're at an even number. So swap to Weaver. And repair the gear. Then, now this one, Mocha Grass does have some other uses, so I'm going to only make what we need. In this case is 2 batches of yarn. And from the 2 batches of yarn, we'll make 1 batch of cloth. So we can switch back. How's that been there all day? God bless it. One of these days I'll figure out those, how to make enough key bindings on my keyboard, do everything I want, or how to make macros to do what I want. But today is not that day. So, back to leather worker. Leather booty shorts. Pants, and again we need to do the same thing, so back to Weaver. Make some yarn, make some cloth. Back to leather worker. Make some text. I'm not familiar with the word text out of outside of the game, actually. I'm assuming they're either a regional thing or or like Subliger, just something I've never heard of. Okay. Rearrange. Hard leather thigh boots require bronze rivets. Bronze rivets require an armor. I need to start paying better attention. Otherwise, I'm going to start losing out. Fearless hard leather gloves require iron ingots. So, back to armor. Make an iron ingot. And from the iron ingot, make iron ingots. Take the iron ingot, make some gloves. I guess it's level 25. But we're not to level 25 yet. We're at level 15. Need another undyed hempen cloth. So cloth craft. Hempen yarn. Into hempen cloth. Back to leather worker. Boots, hard leather choker, and we are done with those. Before to excuse my squeaking. A gamer chair this is not. Hard leather ring bands require an iron ingot. $24.48. hard leather skull cap. $24.48 would be $72, so hard leather espadrilles. Espadrilles. Hello. That's better. So, to recap what I said while I was muted, I don't have any elm branches, I only had yew, so I need to come back to bent branch to Are you? No, you're elm. You are this one? No. Oh. I'm dumb, apparently. That's 7. Logs usually run in terms of 3. $15 could be good enough. Swap back to carpenter. Make sure I have the best gear for carpenter. Leather. Espadrilles. 24. 48. Espadrilles we can put into the armory chest for the next time we go hunting, which is actually going to be now. Because we need fish glue, and for fish glue we need for a butterfly. For a butterfly we have to go fishing in the ocean fishing. And I don't know where else you go, but you can ocean fish off the, not ocean fish, but fish, saltwater fish into the docks. Let's switch to Fisher. Make sure we have the best gear, which includes a new Espadrilles. And see if we can't find spot the fish from. Now we're looking for blue coral, or the butterfly fish, or whatever they were. Ah, that was not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do at all. Eventually, I'll find the fish I want. I know it spawns here. I know it can be caught here, it says in the book. Yep. Fish are sure biting today. Let's see how things look over to the sisters. Wouldn't be so bad if I could catch something that I could eat. But no, it's all anchovies and goby. Can't cook them. Can't even cook the finger shrimp. What kind of shrimp can't you put on a barbie? No wonder the fish are biting with all this traffic. We'll go one more round with the buff on. And if we don't catch any, then I suppose I'll take a break and come back. We'll do some work on the NSQ. So if I don't catch one of those blue polar fish here in about 20 seconds or so, we'll just be on our merry way. No, I don't know where this force came from. If you take a little bit of the edge off, you start getting into the red force from Shawshank. That's not where I was going. But let's dig deep into our pockets and use that Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. I think I will join Tataru for a cup of tea, or at least a little chat while you guys I'll leave you folks alone. It's R involved. They say those of us seeing the dream are chosen. That we have within us the seed of greatness, that we could be heroes. Spoilers. And with that, I'm going to try this macro real quick. I missed the chair. Okay, that does what I wanted it to do. As did that, so. Let's turn this up and this down, and we'll be back here in just a minute. And as the beat drops, I welcome you back from break. It's DJ. We're back here. That was real close, yeah. Not all these chairs are coated as chairs. Okay, it is back to the grind again, folks. Let's hop into our Lancer gear. Go greet Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Red her life. Well, I wasn't there when the Omaja took her prisoner. I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her, utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... And I squeak when I walk. Red, it is good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now, we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Omaja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Linfalaminsa and Gridania as of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. The stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone is not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well in the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from his followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with reverence as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, though you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Red. You may be sure it won't be long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell defeat, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Amphilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report they are all to be put to death, with the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom which he cannot choose but worship. And so we silence continue our fight. That no more innocents need be sacrificed. Wow, that line read hit hard. And so we silence continue our fight. That no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you'll continue to stand with us, Red. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. God forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Swa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. You hadn't made it that far, buddy. I'm right here. I heard you. Until not very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalymo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Red. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Manfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Laminsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Red, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not normally go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Red's deed spread so quickly. That the immortal flame should know of her triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Green. 'Tis no ordinary woman that can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Gain. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you had the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminsa at the shores of victory. Lady Manfilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Laminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You'll be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which Grand Company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can see that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services? Well, as a part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You're as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Red hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Red, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend among friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, but not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of the location. Eorzea is changing, Red, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what tomorrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it's time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Apologies for the beeps, though. Just gotta find my WASD here. Tataru. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Red. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you to want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, there we go. The Order of the Twin Adder will hold the first of these services, and Elder Seer Kane Senna will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first protocol. Next, you'll need to go to Oda, where Flame General Raban Aldine will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Linsala Mensa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwood Bluefiswin, hey, I can actually say that one, Merwood Bluefiswin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthale, and he'll admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. I like that. It's like, this is how it's supposed to go. But if you do it out of order, all three will still happen. Mankato's amphitheater is in New Gridania, which is where my return sends us. And with that return, I actually want to... Why did I run away? Check in with the Lancers Guild. Take out that guild quest. Make sure I have all of my... Okay, that's level 25, so that's fine. Good to see you again, Red, and stronger than we last spoke. Plainly, you have devoted many hours to training, which is just as well, for I have a mind to set your For I have a mind to set you to your next task. At the Bramble Patch, you came to grasp the true meaning of courage. I would have you put that courage to the proof before 3 masters of our art. In the many years since they began training within these walls, these men have led very different lives. Yet they share the distinction of being regarded amongst the finest lancers of their time. And just as they once looked to their seniors for inspiration, so too shall you look to them. By availing yourself of their wisdom, you will take another step toward becoming a fully fledged lancer. Your first instructor is a man named Mattheomi. Seek him out at Amarisai's Spire in the East Shroud, where he serves as a frontier sentry. The long years at his post have honed Mattheomi's perception. No detail escapes that man's piercing gaze. Present yourself before him for inspection, Red, and do as he bids you. So, Eastspire save a little bit of money by taking the ferry. To Sweet Bloom Pier. From there, we take the exit and hang a right. Again, I could have just spent the 170 to teleport to Hawthorne Hut. But the timing isn't that much different, so... Preferred bait pillbug. Okay, that will help. I don't need to fight with you to talk. I squeak when I walk. Yes, I know I've mentioned this before, but that is still weird to me. Marisai's Spire. Mathiome. You must be the young lancer I was told to expect. Greetings, well met. I'm Mathiome, commander of the brave men and women of this spire. Now let's have a good look at you. I see. You possess strength and skill in abundance, of this there is no doubt, but you still want for experience. Oh, I don't doubt you've seen much and more. Mayhap you believe there is naught left out there to unnerve you. Yet the world is wide, and only the gods can claim to know all. You may be assured that the legendary lancers of old faltered at times. No lancer, nor any man, can foresee all possibilities, but he can steel himself for the unexpected. I would have you do just that. Take this bottle of fresh spoken blood. Sprinkle it at the foot of the great created in the north. Doing so will lure out creatures of the night, which you are to vanquish. Jump. Ew. Okay. Beastskin, blood, and bat wings. And then run back up the spire. Welcome back, lass, and well done. I bore witness to your battle with my own eyes. The bloodbat bewilders its prey with its ceaseless glittering, which makes putting a spear in the beast an exercise in frustration. Frustration that may easily rise to panic. Yet to your credit, you fought on resolutely, and thus emerged the victor. Yvain has taught you well, young one. You have a ways to go, to be sure, but beneath those rough-hewn edges I see the makings of a great lancer. With my blessing, make your way to Buscarin's druthers in South Shroud. It's there you find your next instructor. Buscarin himself awaits. The man had a unique approach to our art. Though it's a fair while since he hung up his spear, his words are well worth hearing. Indeed, lancers visit him as much for his counsel as they do for his mead, good though it is. By meeting Buscarin and availing yourself of his knowledge, your lance work will surely improve. Yeah. Ow. Twisted my ankle coming off there. Now this one, you can go in the near category. The near category? No. The near area exit. I don't know. Near category. Is it getting late? It's not late yet. Why did I go this way? Well, so I can finally get the, get a teleport into this area. Chocobo Keep. To Buscarin's druthers. I'm curious. You can only go to court. Okay. God bless it. I forgot to hit the etherite, didn't I? Did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Yay! Busgren. Well, if it isn't Yvain's protege, thought it was about time you arrived. I'm Busgren. This here's my place. In case you're wondering why old Yvain sent you, I should mention I've not always been in the food and drink business. Before I opened the Druthers, I manned an outpost not far from here. Anyway, between keeping throats wet and bellies full, I got a great deal of time to chat just now. So if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. Now, take this nice bottle of full flour meat. Wait, don't open it. This ain't that kind of lesson. No, I want you to make an offering of it at Miss Stahl's lance. It's a monument tucked away in a rocky cleft to the south of here. See the bottle safely there, complete with its contents. And when you come back, I'll tell you a story. Got all that? Good. That's not what I wanted to do. I pushed the wrong button. And more antelope shank. Because I'll use the stuff I have. What voice was Asia? So, you offered up the meat as I told you, without drinking a drop. Very well. You shall have the tail of me, as promised. Mistal is the man who founded the Lancers Guild, and the monument I sent you was erected in his honor. Bill was courage made flesh. Cut him, and I dare say he bled the stuff. It was him who first identified the two aspects of a lancer's courage, as well as how to go about tempering them. That weren't all he did. Seeing how the art had gone stale, what with our lances keeping to the confines of the Twelveswood, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. But Gridania was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and non-forest-born were considered faithless savages. Was even worse than now. It's almost like having a cat in your face. Of course, old Mistel wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking what it was. A lot of ignorance and cowardice. Cut a long story short, despite a forest full of good Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open its borders to the foreign lancers. And by blending their techniques with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. To this day, Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. That wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for Mistal. Us Lancers owe him much and more, and it's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that. Yeah? What's that? When's the trial? Much as I hate to disappoint, there isn't one. Your courage was never in doubt, lass. My part in the training's done. Time you visited your third and final instructor, a fellow named Beauclair. You'll find him whiling away his time at the Bobbing Cork, like it's not. That's the name of an inn at Fogboard Float, in case you don't know. Up in the North Shroud it is. Beauclair's an old rival of mine. Me and him used to go at it till neither man could lift a spear tip off the ground. I warn you, he was a right stubborn bugger back then. The years ain't done much to improve his humors. So, good luck with impressing him. Okay. So the question is answerable. I probably am, if not. The answer is very likely. The question is, can I actually make it to the East Shroud without getting myself killed? Or the North Shroud without getting myself killed? And like I said, the answer is probably. I think Buskerun's going to be like a younger John Wayne. From like McClintock. If you've never seen McClintock, I won't tell you it's a good movie. It's an adaptation of The Taming of the Shrew. So it's a good story, and it's John Wayne, Maureen O'Hare, a few other fairly big names. But you see now, somebody ought to punch you in the nose. But I won't. I won't. The hell I won't. The hell I won't. I won't. Do I? Hello, that was something. Keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together. The hell? Nani? Okay, that is a... I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm from Kansas. I don't understand hockey metaphors. That's a bunch of bullshit. Those are level 29 toadstools. I may be pushing it just a bit, trying to sneak through here. Those are level 32 toadstools. I would be pushing it to try and sneak through there. Here is the White Wolf Gate. Can I get in? I don't think I can get out, but can I get in? You gonna let me in, buddy? Apparently I can't, so whatever. Return. we are creeping in on the 2-hour mark. So I'm going to take another quick break, just long enough to find a spot to break the VOD, to split the VOD. So, yeah, I'm just going to switch to my BRB card for just a second while I'm running through town. And just to give me a spot to cut in. So give me just half a second. And we're back. Part 2 of this stream, for when it goes up on YouTube, or Shroud. Because yeah, I don't want to put too many of those 2 and 3 hour episodes up, because the almighty algo doesn't like them. It doesn't like long format content. Run in with my spear, run in with my spear. Monkey! Now these will be farming here later. Bane mites are another one of those. It drops a surprisingly useful ingredient in Dynamite Web. And I'm going to need a lot of it because a Dynamite Web are used in Dew Thread, and Dew Thread is used for Velveteen. All the Velveteen. And the stuffed Armon. It's also used for the Ghostskin Goemon, but you need it for Velveteen most of all, and that's our next cloth upgrade. Chocobo Keep. Etherite. And upstairs here, Beauclair. I take it you are the young lancer of whom Yvain spoke? An adventurer besides, by the look of you. I was an adventurer once. That was before I became a lance for hire. Enough idle talk. You've come to learn from me, not learn from me you shall. Be warned, though. You will not find me as lenient an instructor as the others. Pay attention. Thus far, you have learned to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you will learn to do so in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a lancer must be able to think and adapt. And to think and adapt during battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. There are 99 of them. But they will only appear when there is a raging flame. You may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain regular balloons and depositing them at a gutted campfire. That should suffice to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor until it's ripe to burst in a conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance. Extinguish this fiery foe. Okay, so we're heading south. Play golem. Oh my. Hey, I did get some bomb ash though. We used the balloon fingers. That's a big balloon. I'll pay the $100 the 100 gil to warp back, not deal with the yards. And again, I don't like yards. They're creepy. Valcor. Ah! Lost track of where the inn was. There are just certain places, especially in fog weather, that I just get lost looking at first glance. Your enemy altered its nature throughout the encounter, thereby causing the terms of the battle to shift repeatedly. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change. So it was that you emerged triumphant. I'm not known for being liberal with my praise, but you have done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you license to forsake your training. You are still but a fledgling among us, after all. I've finished with you. You may report back to Yulaine. And when you do, tell the young upstart I demand he show his face here from time to time. That's all. Chocobo Keep. Chocobo Keep, I'd like a ride, please. Please let me have a ride. I will pay for the ride. Back to Gridania. A thought occurs to me. Okay, I'm only at level. I can only get up to level 25, so I need to work on my blacksmith. Which means the next thing I'll do after I get my chocobo is get a good. Hold me to this, chat. Make sure that I upgrade all of my crafting tools. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I went the wrong way long enough that going back would be the wrong move. So, to the Ethernet Shroud, to the Lancers Guild. It's not a shroud, it is a shard. Plans for tomorrow. Well, I'm recording this on Thursday. Tomorrow, we're doing something a little different. And I'll tell you about it at the end of the stream. Old Vauclair demands I show my face. I can only assume the buxom brunette at the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves. Very well, I shall see what I can do. As for you, Red, well done. I never doubted that you would meet with the approval of all three men, but I'm no less proud of you for having done so. You've traveled far along the Lancer's path. Soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, you need overcome but one further trial to complete your education here. Do so, and I will give you my blessing to leave the Lancers Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. As ever, apply yourself to your lance work. Return when you are ready for your final challenge. I look forward to our next meeting. Okay, with that taken care of, to the amphitheater. We'll finish this out with a number of cutscenes that will play in sequence. Please set aside enough time to view them in their entirety.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
We get a rope out of that guy. And now, Mexicology with Alphina.
If you'll permit me, Alphino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are in. So, after that interesting vexicology lesson from Mr. Alphino, notice he did not give his family name. Though, I've played for long enough that I do know it, don't worry. It's just one of those, I don't know. Let's put it this way. I have been I have found myself too far into the MSQ to not take notice of the change in the voice actor that happened after or during Heavensward. So yeah, it can be a bit jarring coming back. Testing strip, please. And I need to go across the way to this platform.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Roban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you! Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
It will all trickle down.
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raoban? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune,
That's it.
stride fearless
They
into
would've
the
got
inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Uldans have let's try this again. Try that line again without expending it. The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Al-Majah, the beast tribe that warfares the primal Ifrit. Judging by the your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, the refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Al-Majah are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do, the Uldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Alice is not a fan of Alphino's musings. We're going to take a little bit of a side trip over to Camp Drybun. Just real quick. And over by the bridge, I believe. I was wrong. It's out here by the lake. Hostile presence. There is no good angle to look at you, is there? You, madame, are a saint. I thought I was done for. What's that look for? I tell you, you've never seen a retainer on a hunting venture before? It's a regular part of my duties these days. Though, I admit, I'm not very good at it. Oh, my, is that who I think it is? Yes, she arrived in the nick. I'll return at once. I'm afraid I don't have time to stay and chat. Duty calls. But thank you again for saving my life. I wish I could reward you somehow, but I know. Go and tell Chabi, my supervisor, how you helped me. You can find her at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange in Ul'dah. Be sure to pay a visit. Okay, and let's do the same. Back to Ul'dah. I sure do have a lot of stuff. Extract these because once I talk to my retainer, I can drop all of my stuff in. There we go. Retain or revoke it. Crotchety, is there aught you may require? I know exactly of whom you speak. This was not the first incident. Mayhaps she lacks the fortitude to undertake ventures. Oh dear. I know that look. No one has informed you of our latest services, have they? In cooperation with the Adventurers Guild, we have established a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items for their employers. Should you wish to avail yourself of this additional service, you will need to pay your retainers in advance with ventures, which are scrip issued to the Adventurers Guild. I gather you have none in your possession, so allow me to give you a token sum. Your retainers have basic instruction in a variety of disciplines, but they want for experience. If you would like them to undertake anything more than the most menial of tasks, you will need to furnish them with quality equipment and give them opportunities to hone their skills. So long as you keep that in mind, I should think you will not be disappointed. Okay. So, Cachadonna. I hope your cat call is not one of disapproval. What do I have for... I don't have any basic equipment. So right now, I'm just going to entrust to you some more materia. With that out of the way, I'm going to make you a full set of mining gear. So I want to do mining. Yes. So I would go here, but unfortunately I don't have any spare mining equipment. So cat, you don't need to be right there. Since I am a preeminent blacksmith, I shall make I cannot actually. Wow, I forgot. You have to be level 5 to. So look, yeah, miners, primary tool. The least expensive one I can make is a bronze pickaxe. And since I already disposed of my weathered one, Battlecraft armor, Disciple of the Hand gear for level 1. So, I can't actually get anything, can I? Tradecraft merchant? No. Arms merchant, there we go. No. Independent merchant? No. Of course, the last place to look. Level 1 weathered pickaxe. And a weathered pickaxe. By the time you get back, or by the time I get you back on your next one, you will get, you'll have better gear. So, assign venture. You have to pay for them. So I could send her out for an hour to collect some shards, or 18 hours to explore. We'll go with the Highland exploration to begin with. Okay. That's taken care of. Now, since I can do it for free, teleport limbs up. And over here. Try to attend the remembrance service. Be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ah, yeah, ah, ha, ha, yeah, ha.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lamensa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, got the mute in time. The Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in Lominson's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight among themselves, Garleans whet their blades and want. If the Laminsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable resource addition to their crew is beyond question. Red, this is Manphilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. Short, hurry back. Okay. So rather than take the flight back to Ul'dah, we'll take the Aetheryte down to the Fisherman's Guild and the ferry to Horizon, or the ferry to wrong ferry, God bless it. The ferry to Denlin is at the... Okay, that makes sense. The Arcanist Guild is the customs inspectors. The ferry to the place where you do all your trading is in front of the customs office. Makes sense. Is a cat. Can't see the cat. I'm not going to reframe my camera, but there's the cat. Ta-da. Quest complete. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady! We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
I shall go. Like I say, before we close up tonight, I'm wanting to get that chocobo taken care of, so quickly return to Gridania. Why'd I go with Gridania? I started there. That's all there is to it. And again, the Aetheryte plazas are ones I take a second to twirl around when I get here, just to make sure I go in the right freaking way. That teleport spell is disorienting. You are coming to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of the Forest Nation. My name is Red Green. I believe you are expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It's a pleasure and honor both to welcome you to our ranks. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarisai Spire. A Highwind Skyward ship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines are crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of 9 Ivies. 9 Ivies, gods. This could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Red, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have an urgent need for your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of 9 Ivies. Locate the airship and ascertain the status of the passengers. Yes. Gotta talk quickly. The auto advance will keep going. And, well, let's just teleport out to Hawthorne Hut. And this way. Hit the ground running. We'll get knocked down to level 24 for this one. Ventra, what are you doing out here? No, boy, let's find cover first. The Addisness sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you're red-green, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. Four against the two bandit. I've never seen a craft of this design. Must be Garland's work. No end to the man's treachery. The secrets of magic tech belong in Imperial hands. They're not to be squandered on Eozian savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castramorians. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of an Olafel was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. Since I went. After years of work, she was... I have no Scottish accent, I'm sorry. And she was soaring, she really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. I'm not even gonna try. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Red, I trust we can rely on your support. I've got a stick with a pointy bit. May the matron watch over us. With me. I'm dressed in squeaky. I squeak when I run, and I got a stick with a pointy end. I can help. For you. Imagine if there were... stand against the might of the Empire. Watch me! That was a bit loud. I peeked there. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. How's she look, anyway? The auxiliary propeller's a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Red, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. And I just wanted to say sorry. For calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. I don't know. I don't have that accent. I can't lose that accent. I never had it. Wedge. Wait. Thank you. We're very grateful. Kinda want his goggles. But I can't get back for free for another 3-4 minutes, so we'll just teleport and we'll spin around a couple times because, well, if I can figure out which direction I'm facing. Red, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at the 9 Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers were safely on their way. Lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you even inducted into the Order. You're well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder's standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruption. I get some die. I'll give that to her Tanner. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order is found in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes in their primates. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seedseer Kane Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the 12th Wood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar, to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In doing so, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Red-Green, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance, in whatever fashion you see fit. Wood's will be done. You know the words of our Grand Company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Green, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. Oh, that's too bad. Startle. Startle. Bitty bitty. Bitty bitty. Can you hear me, Bet? This is Menphilia. An officer of the Order of Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Green. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you're now a Serpent of Gridania, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the Walking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with the High Serpent Commander Vorcel Huloi. Vorcel Huloi, before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. He's over there. You may now accept the quest, My Little Chocobo Twin Adder, by speaking with Vorcel Huloi. I never took French. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. That's right. Grand Companies, Supply and Provisioning Missions. Okay. Come over here. Get your Chocobo. And to get the Chocobo, you have to talk to the Quartermaster, but to have anything to trade to the Quartermaster, which I don't, I have to turn in this quest, so I have to pull out a little envelope and say, pray return to the Waking Sands. Hello, Tataru. Do you have anything to say? Don't get a swelled head. Got it. Ah, Papalimo. Let me see if I have this right. You're an adventurer who's a scion and a serpent? Golly, how do you keep track of everything? Must be fun pairing up with lots of different people, though. Me? I'm always with Papalimo. Come to think of it, why am I always with Papalimo? That's otherwise spoilers. Welcome back, Red. Lady Menphilia awaits you within. Yay! I have enough to buy a Chocobo. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tales of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Red. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, says. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... God, man, spit it out, will ya? Man, check your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Please, please do not talk like that. It's almost as if you're setting up death flags. And just so happens we need to head back to a...
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis, if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
To us, Ida.
Us, Ida, us!
Okay. Back to Gridania. So we can finish up this. so we can finish up this particular. Did I not get it? Oh, no, I have to. Things have to happen in a certain order in order to happen at all. Quartermaster. Chocobo, please. Thank you. I know you see the naked frogs all the time, but it doesn't make it any less disconcerting. Singer, here's your issuance. Everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits those past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. I shall name you after my cat. Because bye-bye. It's the chocobo whistle and license and use the chocobo whistle. Mount guide. Put the chocobo down here. And then we're about ready to say bid this night a good evening. So I'll set up shop over here in the playground. So we can talk about what's coming up next. Well, this is being recorded on Thursday, and I'm going to take a break tomorrow to do something a little bit different, and that little bit different is something I've not had the opportunity to do in quite a while. That is a Magic the Gathering. So, Magic is probably my, well, it is my favorite card game. Okay, second favorite card game. I do enjoy Pinochle, but that's because I'm old. But we'll play some Magic the Gathering tomorrow. Look for the VOD on the channel in a separate playlist. I'm not sure what the format will be. It'll be draft, but probably mom or one. Who knows? I've not taken a look to see what is on the rotation this time, so we'll see when we get there. But to that end, the next Final Fantasy episode, we're going to, well, continue our quest, and I told you to remind me, and no one did, but that's okay. We're going to hit out for max level crafters. So at this point, level 25, level 25 tools, and so on. We'll also have the chance to check in with our retainer, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. We will do a bunch of stuff that I hope you'll join me for. I need to put the UI back on the screen, otherwise I can't log out. But be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.